Alrighty folks, this might be my first time ever making a video like this in 14 years of doing YouTube, but I did want to jump on today to discuss a few things like the state of COD and how that's impacted my ability to make videos and do streams recently. Firstly, as I say, I've been making Call of Duty videos for 14 years now, and in that time we've had some good COD games.
You have a very manly voice.
I love your voice too, Robot.
I want your dick inside me.
Oh.
Some bad COD games.
Call of Duty Shotgun Warfare is what we're playing right now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. Mate, it's just ridiculous.
Then Warzone came along, and of course we've had some good times on that.
There he's there! He doesn't realise!
And some bad times as well.
Oh!
But one thing has remained consistent throughout those 14 years, no matter the state of Call of Duty, and that is my motivation, my passion for entertaining you lovely people. I don't think you do anything for 14 years if you don't enjoy doing it, right? But the reason I'm making this video is because there's been some things on my mind recently. Like in the past few months, things in the Call of Duty space anyway have changed quite dramatically. Before we get stuck in, let's separate the COD multiplayer fan base from the Warzone fan base, because despite them both being Call of Duty, it's not like a perfect Venn diagram. It's not the same audience for both games, especially when it comes to Black Ops 7. This has definitely been the weirdest Call of Duty launch in my lifetime and in all my time of making videos on YouTube. I have never seen the community this disinterested, this fatigued. Frankly, that word might pop up a few times. Franchise fatigue, I'm sure you've heard of it. But yeah, I've never seen the community like this reaction to a Call of Duty game. Not just like indifferent to it, but just actively disliking it. I do remember back when Infinite Warfare came out, that's probably the last time I can remember times kinda being like this. But even then, that was different. People just were sick of the jetpack CODs at that time, and that's why they hated it. But it still probably did mad numbers, and at that time, Infinite Warfare came out with Modern Warfare Remastered, which gave players like myself a Call of Duty game to play and enjoy that year. But yeah, the negativity surrounding Black Ops 7 it seriously put me in a bit of a tricky situation, because, listen, after 14 years of making Call of Duty videos, you kind of get in a habit around every Call of Duty launch window. Like, yes, I'll do my fan favourite videos like camping, prop hunt if that comes out, but you know, just the sentiment in the comments has really made that difficult. Like, I had every intention to continue making videos on Black Ops 7 despite what everyone thinks of it. It's unfortunately, I'm going to sound like a Call of Duty shill here. Unfortunately, it is actually a pretty decent COD game, despite the hate for it. Is kind of, I don't know if it's ironic, but it's just kind of funny to me that it's actually a decent game this year, but there's a lot less people playing it. So yeah, I ended up making two videos on Black Ops 7 in the past 16 days now, which is pretty unheard of for my YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure throughout my time doing this, I've only went like 2 weeks at the most without ever making a video, which is a bit mad that it's caused this gap in videos. But yeah, it kind of came about because the comments were just so exhausting to read on those videos. Like, don't get me wrong, I know the hate isn't actually directed at me, but it does just become exhausting to read, and it makes it pretty hard to be creative and motivated to make something that people are just telling you, you know, why are you still playing this shit game? Call of Duty is dead. You know, it does just stifle creativity. And before I go any further, I just want to say, don't get me wrong, I totally understand why people are fed up with Call of Duty these days. Between Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 6, Black Ops 7 in the past 4 years. Listen, people are fatigued, people are fed up, especially because what happened last year with Call of Duty just being so far removed from the classic COD games that we grew up with all the wacky skins. Compare that to, you know, classic Modern Warfare 2, and I understand why people are moving on, deciding to play other things, and another reason why I know that is because I can see the channel demographics. I know what age people are who watch my videos, and yeah, it's not the same game that we grew up with. So that has ended up kind of putting me in a tricky situation, because what do you do when your audience is indifferent to what you're playing, or even worse, actively dislikes the game that you're playing? Do you just jump ship and play a different game? Well, I wish it was that easy. Thankfully, in this year of all years, we have actually had competition with Battlefield 6, which I have had an absolute blast playing, by the way, but it just doesn't always necessarily translate into good videos or good streams, just because I personally enjoy playing it. Like, I love playing Rocket League 2, doesn't mean I'm going to make videos or stream it anytime soon. I've had a lot of recommendations to try out Arc Raiders from people who are absolutely raving about that game. It's absolutely blowing up at the minute. But just, I'm speaking from a YouTuber's perspective here, it is really, really tough to branch out and try a game that is so different to the one that you're used to playing, no matter how many people are telling you, Marley, you got to try this. When you are known for playing one particular game franchise for 14 years at this point, it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, because imagine this is the scenario that I'm in. So if I post a video of me playing Black Ops 7, it's comments, why are you still playing this shit dead game? But then if I post a video or a stream of Arc Raiders, for example, I'm sure I'd get a ton of comments saying, love you, Marley, but I'll be back when you're jumping on COD again. So, it is tough. So yeah, having said all that, I'm going to come to a crossroads soon where a big decision is going to need to be made, especially if Call of Duty keeps on trending the way it is. And we'll talk about that in a second when it comes to Warzone. But, I really would appreciate some thoughts and opinions in the comments below, what you would like to see from me on this channel, whether it is something completely brand new, whether it's you want me to carry on with Call of Duty stuff, whether you want me to branch out with something with the green screen that I have here. I went to all this effort to set up this green screen, and sometimes I feel like it is being wasted a little bit. Yeah, the comments have just always been such a strong pillar of support for this channel. So I'm being completely honest right now. I really would appreciate it, because I feel like I need it now more than ever. But the comments have helped me so much over the years when it comes to inspiration for videos, challenges that we do on this channel, for example. So I'm speaking from the heart right now that I would appreciate your thoughts. Anyways, I said I would talk about Warzone, and here we are. Now, back in March and April, we were having an absolute blast when Verdansk came back. Views were flying. I was having a great time on the game. The stream was loving it. We were just, oh man, it was just, for a couple months we really were actually back. However, as in typical Warzone fashion, things just became stale. The lack of fresh updates really does make it difficult to be creative. I mean, it's no wonder we end up doing all these wacky challenges on the channel, because there's just nothing else to do. So thank you everyone who has enjoyed my pain and suffering whilst trying to complete those challenges. Don't forget, I've forgot about you Warzone Bingo fans out there. No, you are a dedicated bunch. But you would have heard me say in some of the recent bingo videos that I was actually starting to worry about the state of that series, because I thought things were getting a bit stale there too. Thankfully, things might actually be looking up for Warzone Bingo, because starting from Thursday, when the new era of Warzone begins, the devs have said that they are planning to do weekend limited time modes. So potentially there we could actually have, on a Sunday, in one video we could have two games. We could have one regular game of Warzone Bingo, and then we could spectate a game of that weekend's LTM. We'll see if the developers actually follow through for that, but it's nice to have a bit of good news for once. Ultimately though, Warzone is a dying game. I am not oblivious to that fact. It's just, there's just been too many years of cheaters going unpunished, stale metas that last for months, just no updates in general. It's no wonder that people have just gradually stopped playing and watching this game. And again, from a YouTuber's perspective, you have to accept that views are going to be harder to come by if you're playing a dying game. And at the end of the day, YouTube is all about getting views. That's what we all want. So that's something for me to consider. The devs can talk all they want about refreshing the meta every 2 weeks, rotating floor loop, but at the end of the day, does anyone actually believe them at this point? They have genuinely no credit in the bank. They've got no reason for you watching this right now to believe that things are going to get better, and I'll believe it when I see it as well. So say things actually don't get better in the short term, if this next update, this next era of Warzone flops, then we've got to wait until March, April time for the next attempt to bring Warzone back to life, when we get the Avalon map introduced to the game and we get that blackout experience. That's a long time to wait, again, from a YouTuber's perspective, to try and come up with videos to bridge the gap of 3-4 months. I mean, what's my enjoyment of making videos and streams going to be like if it really is that bad for the next 4 months, for example? So that's why I genuinely will need to have a really deep think about what direction I want to take this channel in, folks. And don't worry, I'm not going to do anything drastic anytime soon. Bingo will be back next week, hopefully better than ever with the limited time modes. We'll try our best to make fun and entertaining videos through December after this update. I'm basically going to go into this update in December, just fresh mindset, hope for the best. But come January time, I will evaluate, just first of all, my enjoyment of making videos and streams, because if I'm not enjoying it, then you won't enjoy what I'm making anyway. That's why I'm making this video. How entertaining is this video right here, right now, folks? It's not the best, isn't it? So I really don't want to be making another video like this unless I absolutely need to, unless I absolutely have to do something to change the direction of this channel and start enjoying things again, and hopefully get you enjoying the videos again. So like I say, please do let me know in the comments your thoughts on everything I've said in this video. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video.